Hello, welcome to another racket review. I'm Tennisrally, and today I will be reviewing the new Head Speed Legend 2025, the MP and the Pro. So I received these rackets a couple of weeks ago and have been playing with them for a bit of time. And when I first got them, I was thinking, is this really a new racket, or is it just the cosmetics that is updated? But I contacted Tennis Warehouse, which are the ones who sent me these two frames, and they said that it was updated with some new technology that will be in the coming Speed MP and Pro 2026. So these are the new versions of the Speed that will arrive in the beginning of next year, I believe, but you can get them now with the Legend cosmetic. So a big thank you to Tennis Warehouse, of course, for sending me the frames and making this video possible. So as usual with head rackets, they tend to update the rackets more frequently than other brands. So the differences in the two frames, the older compared to the new version, aren't as big as with other brands. So the minor differences from the old to the new is a new material technology called Hybor, and I will just read here from the Tennis Warehouse description to describe what Hybor really is. So they say this model marks the introduction of a new material technology called Hybor, which puts compression-resistant boron fibers in the shaft to create a more stable and connected feel through impact. This is complemented by Auxetic 2, as in the previous model, in the yoke and the handle to further optimize the feel and response. So we still have the Auxetic 2.0 as in the previous models and in other head rackets, but this racket is updated with a new technology. So first up, we can start with the Head Speed MP. We can take the specifications here on the screen so you can see them for yourself. We have a 100 square inch head size as usual, 32 centimeter balance, swing weight of 329, stiffness at 60 RA, beam width 23 millimeters, and the string pattern is a 16 by 19. The last couple of versions of the Speed has of course been pretty similar. They have minor updates, as I mentioned. In the beginning I was just thinking that this is a normal Speed, no difference from the previous, but when hitting more and more with the frame I realized that it was a bit different. I felt that it was a bit more stable during impact. It felt very clean when hitting and striking. The swing weight is pretty high on the specification, but I didn't really feel that it was heavy or anything to swing. It felt really light and fast through the air. I even added a bit of lead tape to the throat just to get a bit more plow through. I had the same issue with the Technifiber T-Fight, which also has the same weight and balance and so on. They're a bit similar in that way. So a bit more weight in the throat really made the racket go through a little bit. For me, I felt that the launch angle was a bit too high. I really like the Pro in that sense more. But with the MP, with the 16 by 19 string pattern, you can really generate a lot of spin. It's a quite open 16 by 19 string pattern as well. If you compare it to, let's say, a Radical, the Radical is much more dense. In the middle of a Radical, it's almost like a Speed Pro, which is a 18 by 20 string pattern. So the Speed MP has a open 16 by 19, so you get even more power and more spin and more forgiveness. The downside with this is, as I mentioned, the launch angle and also the precision. It's harder to really aim for your spot. It's not that it's bad, but for me I feel less comfortable and confident when trying to really hit a specific spot on the court. We'll go over to the Speed Pro and then we'll summarize everything. So here you can see the specifications of the Pro model. So as with the MP model, we have a head size of 100 square inches, a beam width at 23 millimeters, swing weight pretty much the same as well at 328, stiffness 61, also pretty much the same. We have a balance that is more handle heavy, so it's 31 centimeters. And of course we have a 18 by 20 string pattern, as I mentioned before. So this frame, the Pro model, was my favorite out of the two different frames. It felt much more controlled. I can really aim for my targets. The launch angle is very predictable. It felt really smooth hitting with the frame. It was going through the air in a very nice feeling. It was also really stable. It has a bit of a higher weight, so that really helps in creating a bit more plow through and stability. And I also think that the hybrid technology has some sort of meaning in this as well. So it's a minor difference, but I believe that it helps a bit with stability and just makes the overall feeling a bit more smooth, which is a nice sensation when hitting with a frame. Also with the two frames, the low stiffness is also a really nice thing. It's easy on your arm, it's comfortable, open, big head size also helps with forgiveness, less frame hits and so on. So if you're having troubles with arm pain and so on, this is a frame that will be an option for you, definitely. The only downside for me when hitting a one-hander is the bigger head size. Typically the bigger head size is less maneuverable, and in, let's say, 60 or 70 or 80% of the shots it's fine when hitting just normal ground strokes, but in those moments when you need to have a bit more maneuverability and be a bit quicker with your hands, it's definitely more difficult when using a 100 square inch racket, and even harder when using the Pro, since it is heavier and a bit slower through the air. So all in all, the new speeds are more stable, they are cleaner to hit with. Definitely a good update from Head. In my opinion, these are better than the last version, but then you have to ask yourself, is it worth buying 2 or 3 new frames when you just bought the new ones like a year ago? So it's not a huge difference. It will not make you a better tennis player, but if you like the cosmetics, if you like Novak, who is using the cosmetic, if you want a bit more stability, then the new Speed Pro Legend is really a good racket. Otherwise you can wait for the official launch of the Speed 2026 and you will get the same frame. That will be all for this racket review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please ask them down in the comment section and I will answer them as fast as possible. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.